Okay, here we are back inside MatrixGold. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. If you're a return viewer, again, thanks for stopping by and watching the content. Hopefully it's helping you. If you're a return subscriber and viewer, I have some great news coming up next several weeks here. I'll be posting a lot of videos. I should be able to put up a lot of content. We're going to be focusing on some surface modeling and editing point editing. And we're also going to be doing a lot about rendering here coming up the next several weeks. So I'm going to really focus on that. And then also the beginners series. We're going to be doing a lot more with that as well. But there is something I do want to talk about. I want to get some information out there for all you. And hopefully this will be something that you can maybe attend and stop by and watch. MatrixGold, Stoller, Gym Vision will be having their virtual summit. It's their largest event of the year. And from May 15th to the 19th. So it's going to be coming up here in the next couple months. I'll probably go ahead and post this exact same video information for most of the videos until this time so that everybody can become aware of it. The event is free for anyone, so that means anyone can attend wherever you're at in the world and participate or watch the content as it goes down live. Registration will open the week of April 3rd. The agenda is basically they'll have 5 events and 1 per day. So the 5 days, on the 15th, they'll be talking about industry trends, overall, what's new, what's changing, what's happening right now, what's in. There all kind of industry trends with the jewelry industry, of course. And number 2, second day, which will be the 16th, I believe, is Counter Sketch and the B9 printers. B9 printers are the printers out there that are very good with printing for jewelry designing and stuff like that. So you might want to check that one out if you're new to 3D printing and stuff like that. There will be a lot of information there, I'm sure. Day 3, the 17th, I believe, is the transition from Matrix to MatrixGold. Now, this is the one I think most of you will probably be really interested in. If you have not made the switch to MatrixGold, you're still thinking about it, this is actually the perfect time for you to just kind of drop in and see what's going on with Matrix and MatrixGold, the differences, what's new in it, what their plans are for our future development. They're going to be talking about a lot of things in here. So that's the 17th, I believe. So that's one you'll definitely want to maybe drop in on. Also, talking about the third day, down here at the bottom, I guess they're going to be offering special offers for the first license purchase and training during the event. So they're going to be offering special prices for the license purchase and for training. So that's definitely something you might want to at least drop in and check out. I'm not sure if that's going to be going on for the entire, but I'm pretty sure for all days, but definitely probably the third day because they'll be talking about Matrix and MatrixGold on that day. But special offers probably for other things as well, possibly. I'm not sure. And on the 18th, they'll be doing a jewelry trends. This is probably something you want to jump in on, find out what's trending, all not just in your own area, but all over, right? Because if you have a web business, this is something that's definitely going to affect your business. So, jewelry trends in the Middle East, Western Asia, and the USA. So. I'm definitely going to be in on that one, watching that, because I do travel back and forth from the U.S. to Japan quite often. And I really, to tell you quite honestly, want to learn a lot more about Turkish taste and designs. So definitely probably be in on that one. Day 5, Stoller will be talking about their B&D business, laser business, and some other new type stuff, business lasers and stuff like that, cutting edge stuff. I don't have the link for it, but the registration, like I said, will be open the April 3rd. And anybody can attend, and it is free. So if any of those interest you, definitely drop in and check them out. I think I've seen them before, and I think they put on some good information and dish it out there so you can really get an idea of what's going on. So just be aware of that and keep that in the back of your mind. And I'll probably post this video along with the content for the up until like around the 15th or something, or after the event's full. They get a full event, and we'll see where it goes. So plan on seeing this for the next couple videos, I'm sure. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right. Okay, next couple weeks I'm going to have a lot of time off, so I'm going to be able to do a lot more content. What we're going to be focusing on is rendering, and we're going to be focused on surface editing points on surfaces, and then also we're going to be doing a lot of beginner series type videos. So you're going to see a lot of content in the next maybe 4 weeks. I hope, if everything goes good. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of start the rendering process. I do want to take this. Well, I'll just leave it there. All right, so let's get going on this. Oh, by the way, I do not have any affiliation with MatrixGold or Jim Vision. I just thought you'd like to see the content at the virtual summit. Many of you might be interested in attending, so please. Just FYI for your information, I don't have any affiliation. I just think that you would like to know that information. So let's get going on this thing here. First thing we're going to go is our solids, and we're just going to, well, actually, the first thing I should probably do is grab some kind of a reference out there, right? So let's get this ring. We have a nice design that I was playing around with the other day. So we'll just put that out there for a reference for us a little bit. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab a cylinder, and we'll just start it from F4. That's fine. And we'll just kind of drag it out a little bit, something like this, and make kind of a small shot glass type thing, and do something like that there. Okay, so we have this out here. Yeah, there we go. All right, and I want to get some distance here. We're going to be doing some work in here. So let's, now from here, what I'm going to do is go ahead to my shell command. Well, first what I should do is grab that surface. So I'm going to hold down Shift and Control and just pick this circular surface at the top and click on that. And then I'm going to hold down Shift and then drag it out. So we got a little cup shape going on there, right? All right, now what I'll do is I'll go and grab my shell command, and we'll pick this top surface again, and we want to shell that. Thickness 1, that's a little too thick, so let's go and let's type in a 0.5 and then hit enter, and enter again. And now we have our cup shape, right? So we've got that. Next thing we need to do is we need to get some kind of liquid in it, right? Because right now we have an empty cup. But the first thing I want to do is I'm going to hold down Shift and Control again and grab that bottom surface, because there's usually a thicker part at the bottom, right? Where the glass is before the water starts or whatever liquid's in there. So we're going to take that surface and we're just going to drag it up a little bit. So we're going to have a little pure glass down here at the bottom. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So we'll go ahead and take that. And now we need some liquid. So let's change to our cutting layer here, and we'll just grab a square box, and we'll just kind of put a box out here, something that's going around our cup. And then we'll drag it up about halfway, so our cup's about halfway full or something like that there. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Boolean difference. Oh, we'll accept that, complete that command. Okay. So we'll select our cutter as our first surface. So we'll select our cutter, we'll hit enter, we'll select our cup and hit enter and enter again. Okay. And now we'll take that extrusion there that we did, and we'll just delete it. And we'll take this surface here and we will ungroup it. And we'll just take that surface and delete it. And now we have something in our cup, right? Okay, so there's something right away that you need to be aware of. But let's just, so we'll go to our rendering view here. We'll go to our render. and activate our MatrixGold render. And what first thing I'm going to do is go to my documents, materials, and I'm going to only show materials in use and click on that. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all these that are already applied. Just delete them. I want everything fresh. Okay. And if I go to ray traced and take a look at it, nothing is applied, right? We're all in white. So let's just get out of ray traced here real quick. And let's go ahead and do some material placement. We're going to mix V-Ray with matrix rendering materials, and then we're going to go into Rhino and kind of fine-tune some things. So that's kind of what this video is going to be about, really. So I'm going to go ahead and take my green and take my purple and deselect my cup and everything, and then scroll down to my V-Ray. If you have Matrix 3.0 or later, you will have the V-Ray mapping tools, right? So I'm going to go ahead and select white gold and then apply that to my metal. So my ring will be white gold. All right, and I'm going to grab my gemstones and just put them on diamond and apply them. Okay, so now if I go to ray traced, my materials should be, don't worry if it's pink once it starts rendering, it's just because it's V-Ray. Once it gets going here, we should be able to see a difference, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now you can see the diamonds are applied and the metal's applied, and it's all going to come out. It's all mapped. It's not natural or anything like that. So I know that's going to be coming out perfectly. All right. So let's go back to shading to make it easy for us, picking things. So right here we have water, right? So we're going to click on this inside here. Now this is something that whenever you do liquid inside a bottle or anything like that where it's going to be glass, this will be an issue. So I want to show this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on water, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply, right? And now when I turn on ray trace, watch our, well, I need to put that to glass first. So let's go ahead back to shading here real quick. And I'll click on this and clear glass right here. I'll click on that and apply that. Okay. So now we should be able to see through it. And then we'll need to check this water out because there's an issue that always comes up whenever you do liquids, usually inside something. See those lines right there? That's what you kind of get right off the bat. So we want to get rid of those lines. So we'll go back to shading and we'll just pick that surface, and we're just going to hold down shift again, and we're going to bring it in so it's not touching our edge of a glass anymore. All right, so it's kind of in there like that. Now when I go back to like ray traced, the water will be water. It won't be yeah, you can see those lines are gone, right? Now we have more of a watery look. And you can change that water color to all different kinds of colors, you know, make it whiskey and we're going to get into a lot of that others because we're got a lot of rendering videos or content coming up here in the near future. All right, so let's go ahead and keep on going. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'll just take this wood here and we'll go ahead and apply that as well. All right. Oh, wrong. No, I don't want that. Let's go back to my water here real quick. Sorry about that. Water, and apply that. And then I'll click off that. Okay. And then click on my plane here. Ground plane, and then apply that. So now we get this not anything like what the picture shows, right? Nothing like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to document materials. So we're going to click on wood, and right away we're just going to adjust this a little bit, just a little, something like that perhaps. And for right here, surface environment, we're going to go ahead and just click over on environment. Okay, now we got our little wood look going on, right? And you can manipulate this, rotate it, put strength, there's all kind of things you can, reflective hue, all kind of things you can do in here with it. But we'll just go ahead and keep it like this for right now. And I'm going to go back to my viewports here. I'm going to drag that one way out there and drag that one way out there, okay? We want to add some extra light in there, right? And we're going to get to the Rhino here for extra manipulation. So we'll go to render and we'll grab a light and we'll just grab a spotlight, okay? And I have no snaps on, so I'm not snapping to anything, and grid snaps are off. So let's change this to a red, okay? And I'll select somewhere right in here, kind of make it something like this, and then I'm going to drag it out to kind of like this edge here, the bottom left side, and I'm going to hold down Control and left click. And when I do that, I go to elevator mode. So now it's stuck in elevator mode. And what I want to do is I want to bring it up something like this, and we'll just click there. Okay, so now you can see the lighting just change in our view there. Okay, so we got something like this going on. Nothing special here, right? So there's not a lot going on, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into, I should tell you how I got that there. You can get that by going to your command line, typing in options, hitting enter, go to your toolbar. I have my own, we're going to be talking about paneling tools in the near future too, because there's a lot of cool things there I want to discuss. I'm just going to click back to my defaults and then scroll down here, and right here, standard toolbar group, just click on that, hit OK, and then I just snapped it into my viewport up here. I just snapped it right in here. So this is how it will pop out, and then you can just take it and then snap it wherever you want it, or you can just leave it floating. We're going to go in here to some Rhino stuff, and we're going to go to properties and click on that. Okay, so here's our properties, and we have some already in here. If you right click on any tab, you can load other items in there if you want. So you can right click on there and load other materials in there. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go to lights. All right, so now we have all our lights out there. So there's a lot of things you can increase intensity. There's a lot of stuff which we'll talk about all of this part: intensity, color, layer, and fall off at a later date. We're going to keep it simple for this video. You can turn on your spotlight to where it's more focused, so it kind of really takes it in, and then you can turn on your sun, which really brightens everything up, so you can turn on and off lights, right? So there's a lot you can do in there, and if you turn off that, it goes back to just the normal. So we'll keep that on, and I kind of like it like this. Where's my lights? Let's go back to lights here real quick, and I'm going to double click here. Okay, so what do I have on my lights here? Just the spotlight, right? I could turn on the skylight. Oh, there we go. But I'm going to leave that off. I think this is a cool look. Okay. So we just want to focus on our items there, right? And let's see, let's kind of set it up a little bit. There we go. All right. So we got something like this going on. And I'm going to click on my spotlight there, double click, and it pulls up my spotlight, right? So now I have more manipulation I can do in here. I can actually go in here and increase the intensity of my spotlight. I can go in here and the hardness around the edge here, I can make that very, very hard edge, very hard edge. So there's a lot of extra simple manipulations you can go in and do with lighting that you put out there, so help in your rendering process. So we're going to make this a little less intense hardness wise, and we're going to drop that intensity down a little bit because we want to give it a little subtle romantic type view or whatever. And our shadow intensity, you can see we're going to drop that off a little bit as well. Okay, something like maybe, let's give it a few seconds here. We're at 9, 10 passes. Something like that. All right. So just you can do all kind of extra manipulation in here, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my water there. Well, that's my cup. Let's click on the water. Give it a second, and we'll just take our water. You can also go in and in your materials, now I have that water selected, so it'll give me even extra things that I can do here, which we will talk about in the near future here coming up. Actually, water is 1.33 IOR, but you don't want to really mess around with these too much unless you want to change the glossiness. You can do kind of stuff like that, but we'll just go ahead and take all this right here, turn all that off, and let's do a little render. See, oh, I got rid of my render here, so let's click that back on, and let's just do a little render here, see what we got going. All right, so here we go. Give it a few seconds to update everything. And we'll turn on our Navita denoiser, make it a little bit faster for us. And give it a little time to update. So now we have a nice little render of, there's some kind of going on with my stone there. So let's go back. Let's find out what's going on there. Yes, I want to stop. No, I do not want to keep. Okay, so my stone's a little jacked, so let's get out of this, and let's just make sure, first of all, that I have one stone. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take that stone. Actually, I want to put a sapphire in there anyway, so let's drop it down to, scroll up to our, you know how I like sapphires, if you've been watching my videos. Sapphire blue, blue star, sapphire blue. We'll take that one and we will apply that. All right, and let's see what this looks like here real quick. Go to our render, ray traced, and let's see what's that pops up there. 150. Yeah, there we go. I like that. All right, so let's back out of this a little. But you can do all kind of just small minor adjustments with those lighting in Rhino, which really brings on a total different look, I think. So that's kind of, we're going to be talking a lot more about rendering, like I said, here in the near future. I have several weeks where I can really dive into it. So let's take a look and see what this does. There we go. We're starting to get a little, it looks like we got a little thing going on the, oh, there we go. It's getting rid of it in our water there as the passes get higher and higher. Yeah, there we go. My cup there kind of out of proportion, but yeah, I just want to kind of really show off the, no, I don't want to save it. Kind of talk about the lighting in Rhino where you can manipulate it a little bit better. And again, if you go to your Rhino 16 bar command, hit object properties, and then like I said, you can load the things that you want in there by right clicking, and then if you go to lights, you're able to manipulate those lights a lot, you know, fine tuning it, I should say. And then once you get the lighting somewhat what you like, you can go in and even fine tune it more with these options here. Okay, so that'll be it for today, and we'll get back to this very shortly. So thanks for watching. Hope the video helps. If it does, please leave a like, subscribe, and a comment below. Good designing.